Hey guys, it's Lefty back again with more Battlefield 4. And if you're a fan of... Oh, no. Oh my goodness, what the hell was that thing? Oh, I just got pooped on. Playing some domination here. I will not accept that revive. I shouldn't have accepted that revive. If you're a fan of Battlefield 4, feel free to hit the like button. It does help me out. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if this is your first time here. This thing is also in this video is in 1080p, so go ahead and crank that bitch up for full 1080p. It's going to be, well, whatever YouTube's bitrate allows in terms of 1080p. But I want to talk to you guys today about PKA and about guest suggestions for PKA, which are really cool, by the way. I want to get that out of the way. I'm not trying to say, oh, how dare you try to say what guests should be on PKA or suggest or things that you think would be cool or people that you think would be cool for PKA. I think it's awesome that that there are a lot of people that are so interested in a show that they really don't have a part in producing, but they still would like to try to help. I think that's awesome, and I appreciate people that try. But this happens a lot. I see it in comments, and I also see it a lot on the PKA subreddit, which has of late seemed to become thanks Obama. Seems to be like they're prone to fads, I would say. And right now, one of the big fads is just being like saying one thing and then just putting for PKA question mark behind it. Like, again, wow, insta kill, man! I was dead instantly. That's insane. But you know, like, oh, this lamppost for PKA? How about that mailbox for PKA? My mother's gallbladder for PKA? But really, all jokes aside, there seems to be a lot of suggestions for guests on PKA, and some of them, again, while it's admirable that people are trying to do this, some of them just, I think, kind of miss the what's the right word? The point, I guess, the point of guests on PKA. I think what people sometimes don't understand, or I should say this, aren't cognizant of at the time they make their suggestion, is that being a guest on PKA isn't like being no, I'm stuck, no, move, isn't like being a guest, and I'm dead anyway, isn't like being a guest on a normal radio show. Being a guest on PKA, you're not really a guest, you're a host. And when for me, when I show up to PKA, when it's time, I'm like, okay, we're gonna be talking. Of course, there's truck talk and where I just kind of tune out, and Game of Thrones talk, and House of Cards talk, where I just kind of bloop, turn off. But I know that I'm going in for at least 2.5, probably closer to 3 to 4 hour commitment. I'm like, there's going to be topics. We're going to be asked to discuss things. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. This man needs health. God, you idiots are trying to administer health care. Jerks. And I know going in that, okay, this is going to be a commitment, et cetera, et cetera. I can't just talk about one thing. We're not going to have a PKA devoted to only one thing. So, that in mind, boop, thanks, Obama. Let's get ready to do the show. And the big topic now, there's a large push to get another porn star on PKA. This is coming from the PKA subreddit. And I think that, like, I don't want to dash their hopes because who knows, right? I don't do a lot of the guest booking. But I think that again, this falls right in line with that. Well, people aren't really cognizant of the fact that that porn star is going to be there for 4 hours of PKA. They're going to be asked, at least, if they say yes. If they say yes, it's like, okay, well, PKA is a 4 hour show, blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about the porn industry, as cool and fourth wall breaking as it might be to understand what it's like to actually work in porn and be a dick jockey. It's like, all right, well, now let's talk about the economy, or let's talk about, laws, or let's talk about the NSA and all these things. And does a porn star really have a lot to say about those things? Do they have a lot of interesting things to say other than just spout random platitudes about it? Like, yeah, NSA spying bad. Well, let's talk about, the Constitution and et cetera, and application of it. And while I'm sure there are, I don't know every porn star, so I'm sure there's many porn stars that have interesting things to say. And they have intellectual things to say about different topics. That's not to say that porn stars are dumb or anything like that, but I just don't think that all of them have interesting things to say. So just say, get a porn star. This porn star would be great because they play video games or that. It's like, well, okay, there's maybe 30 minutes to an hour there of content from the porn star, because we can talk about porn, and then let's say they play video games. Okay, but then we're going to talk about other things. And is the porn star really going to be, is it going to be as interesting as people find the porn talk, we'll call it? Because I think of it like this. Boogie is a fantastic guest. Boogie is one of the all-time PKA great guests because he's there. He was committed. I mean, we had to go at the end, but that was 4 hours, and there was even like an hour pre-show where we were getting things ready to go. And people, Boogie is much revered, and as well as he should be. But one of the reasons for that is that Boogie had a lot to say about everything. Pretty much every topic, Boogie had input or he was able to crack wise with a joke. He is an entertainer in that sense. A porn star, to me, isn't an entertainer in that sense. They're an entertainer in the sense of, you give them a dick or a vagina, they know what the hell to do. But put a microphone in front of their face and ask them to be on for 4 hours or so is asking a whole lot, and I don't think it's going to deliver in the way that people want it to. So while it sounds good to say, yeah, porn star on PKA would be great, be cognizant of the fact that, oh, come on, just give me one. Thank you. Be cognizant of the fact that porn star talk isn't going to last the entire show. And the porn star is going to be called upon, perhaps, to talk about other things that they're not prepared to be entertaining about. And, of course, yes, I know I'm not entertaining about all things either, but I know that I know at least to try, or I know how to try and do the best. And I don't think now, I don't mean to let's widen the gaze a little bit, not just porn stars, but I don't think a lot of people that people suggest as guests for PKA, whether they be music stars or whatever, I don't think the people are really cognizant of that, well, okay, yeah, what they do is going to be interesting talk for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but then there's a whole slew of other things that are probably going to be covered, and are they going to be just as entertaining or nearly so talking about those things as they are whatever their industry is about? Die, please! So just keep that in mind when you're asking or hoping or wanting guests for PKA. Again, it's great that people are so interested in the show and want it to be great, and I appreciate that. But there are some things that I think fall by the wayside when the idea of porn star or this kind of guest pops up. And also, if you're able to step outside yourself, holy crap, got a lot of medic ribbons. Obamacare. There's that whole thing about, as a when the topic of porn star comes up, there's that whole stigma that it just smacks to me of 14-year-old. Oh my God, a porn star. They're going to talk about boobies and vaginas and sex, and it'll be great. And it's just, I don't know. Do people intend to sound like that? Do they intend to give off that vibe? I don't know, but I kind of get it a little bit. So keep that in mind. And hey, it's great though. It's great, and I will, and I'm sure everybody else on PK will try to make program it and book guests and make it a great show as best we can. But I just think, again, a porn star, great on paper, in practice, is probably going to be looked back as a meh at best guest. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video. If you did enjoy, I greatly appreciate it. It does help me out. Subscribe if this is your first time here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out. Peace.